Hello friends, welcome to Salesforce CRM Analytics video session 281. So basically in today's video, we will actually cover that co-group part we did the multi-way semi-join syntax, right? Where we found account with opportunities but no contacts. We I didn't complete the coding part related to co-group, how that can be achieved with the help of co-group. I will just complete that. And in today's video, we will just do a quick revision of semi-join, anti-join, and multi-way semi-join. We will just check the syntax and what are the things we implemented till now. Okay. So let me first start off with this part. Like I was doing this co-group way, right? I just saved that lens in this manner. And here I can also have my SAQL query ready as well. I think it's already written for me. That's fine as I wrote it last time. So yeah, let's just run the export just to ensure we know the total count. Okay, so now let's continue on this. So here I was getting one error if you remember. So here instead of not equal to, it has to be equal to, okay, double equal to, I was writing single equal to earlier, okay. So here let me just run this. Okay, great. Now let's move ahead. So here I will just generate it right now. So Q equal to, for each Q, generate. I will have my account ID, okay, and I will have the account name. I think that's it. Now let me run the query. Great, I already got the complete list. Maybe I can very quickly check whether this list is correct or not. So maybe what I can write is Q equal to, or maybe I can just write here count also. I guess here itself, maybe I can just write count as count, fine. And what I can do is Q equal to group Q by count and Q equal to, for each Q, generate count. No, not this like this. It will be again count function. Okay, let's check the total count which I'm getting. So it is 497, which is matching as well. So I'm getting 497 here as well. So finally, I can just save it, right? So I can just save it in a proper manner. Before saving, maybe I can just remove this two line. I mean, these two lines are not needed anymore. So here, let me just comment out this line. Okay, I think that's enough. Maybe I can also just remove this count. That is also not needed because I finally found out the complete result. So let me just run the query. Okay, great. And before saving, what I need to do is I probably need to go to compare table because those will be under hidden mode. Okay, now this is completely fine, right? So here I can just save it. Co-group way of finding account with opportunities, but no contacts. Okay, but no contacts. That's fine. And let me just save it in my SAQL app. Great. So yeah, that was the end of this multi-way semi-join. Now let's do a quick revision of the semi-join, anti-join, and multi-way semi-join, whatever we call it. First of all, like if I open my notepad, we understood the definition of semi-join. A semi-join returns the rows from one data stream if one or more matching rows are found in the second data stream. So it will return rows from that former data stream if it has at least one or more matching rows in the second data stream. So whenever there's a parent-child relationship, and let's say you have the parent, and if you want to fetch records related to the child, that can be done, right? Similarly, other way also, child parent also, it can be done because at the end of the day it wants to check if there is matching rows. But in case of like if you go with the yeah, that can also be done, not an issue. So that's the thing. So for example, when we take account and opportunity, if we can find at least one opportunity for sure. Now, if you want to find those conditions where you can see like at least three opportunities or something like that, then we can write a certain SAQL code like just we have done. Fine. But that's the importance of understanding semi-join. And here we have the syntax like it's A equal to join A by ID semi, B by that particular ID. So we walk through certain example, and the anti-join, it returns rows in the first data stream that don't match any rows in the second data stream. So if you have one particular object from where you want to put in the records which does not have any related records from the second data stream, no related records at all, then we go for anti-join. And there's a multi-way semi-join where we can combine both semi and anti-join together, right? So for example, like we walk through a few scenarios related to semi-join. I think it got refreshed. Oh, bad. Okay, not an issue. Let me just quickly open all the semi-joins which we have done. So we have done something like which have at least one opportunity, right? This was one of the semi-join which we covered, isn't it? Then we covered co-group account records which are having at least one opportunity. That was something which we did with the help of co-group, right? And then we covered uh, account records having more than three opportunities, right? And we have written the same thing with the help of co-group as well. And finally, we covered a scenario related to some amount, like opportunity amount has to be more than this one. Okay, so this is the one. And then I can open the ones which we did with the help of co-group as well. Similarly, here I will just open the lens which we covered for anti-joins. So with no opportunities, this was one of the things. But before that, let me open the ones which I did via utilizing the anti-functions. So here, where is the this one? That's fine. So this is the account with no opportunities. And then we have another thing was account with no opportunities. We did with the help of co-group. Yeah, this one. So at first, we covered something like how we can find the account records which contains at least one opportunity, right? So it was just a very simple one, a simple SAQL where we have taken this particular account. Yeah, we have taken the particular account opportunity and we just did a semi because here nothing was needed, because by default if you apply semi, that means it will take into consideration those records from the uh, first stream which has at least one of the records, related records from the second one, right? So that was the whole purpose. Here again, one thing to remember for semi and anti-join, it doesn't segregate into rows, huh? So that is something you have to definitely consider, uh, take into consideration, because at the end of the day you are getting all the related records from that first stream. So for example, here if I put account on the first and then op on the second, I will get all the detailed information from the first. I won't get any information from the second part. Okay, and I showed you how the same thing we can do with the help of co-group functionalities in SAQL. But yeah, in this case, the advantage is, you can pull in records from the second stream. And the problem is that when you are going for account, you have to always mention first, because the problem is like if you want to display in dimension, you have to consider the bag into consideration and you have to always use the function first. In this case, it's not needed. Like even if I want to pull in type, like for example, I have also the billing country, right? I can easily pull in the billing country from here. Okay, I don't need to apply any first and all. So let's say if I write billing country as billing country, and I will just give the semicolons, colon over here. So you will see that automatically it will display me the billing country as well. Okay. Now here, of course, you can just apply the first functions and display all. Then we covered like how we can find accounts having more than three opportunities. And here comes the interesting part, because by applying semi, definitely we will get all the records which are having the related records from the second part. But here you have to write some additional codes where if you are displaying something from opportunity, what you are doing is before passing it to the semi, you are kind of ensuring that you get all those opportunities which are having more than three. So for example, here in the opportunity case, what I did it by account ID, I grouped by account ID, and I just took the count of the op. So here I'm just putting a filter that, hey, only pass it on to the semi-join if that op contains those kind of records where the account, I mean the count of opportunity will be more than three when grouped by account ID. That means it will have more than three accounts. Okay, that's for sure. So that's what we got. And finally, we are passing it over there, right? So that's the thing done. Then of course, we are actually doing the semi, and we have displayed this particular column name. And then, the same thing, what I did with the help of co-group, of course, finding more than three opportunities. I have applied the functions first over here, right? And I got it. So that's the thing. Again, nothing much, like did the co-group. Here, of course, when you're doing a co-group, you have to know like what kind of co-group you need to go, whether it's, left, inner, or anything like that. Okay. So that was the next part. Here we are going for inner for obvious reasons, because we are just ensuring that we take those IDs which is having related account ID in the opportunity section, right? So then, of course, we also did a scenario where we have taken amount more than 10,000. Again, that was a simple logic. The same process is just that from that opportunity before passing it to the semi-join, we have to do the appropriate filters. Like here, I did the appropriate filters, and then after that, it was the same thing. Okay, so the same thing we applied with the help of co-group. Here also, we went for that inner and after inner join, and after that, we just ensured we displayed correctly. Okay, by utilizing the first function. Then, of course, we understood the meaning of anti-join, of course, the syntax of it. And we also did a use case scenario where we found out the account with no opportunities, right? That's something which we did. And the same thing we have done with the help of co-group as well. Okay. So yeah, that was it. Here, of course, we are taking left because the thing is that we have to get everything from account, right? At the end of the day, we have to get everything from the account. However, once that co-group is done, I'm just doing a filter where I'm ensuring that, okay, I got everything related from the account. Now I can know what is the count of that op, right? So that is something which we can find out once that co-group is done. And if that co-group at that count of that opportunity is equal to zero, then I'm displaying the results. Okay. So that was about the antigen. And finally, we did this scenario where we kind of did a multi-way semi-join. So I think I've written that multi-way semi-join as well over here. Okay, that was the thing. And finally, we found out account with opportunities, but no contacts, right? So yeah, that is all about this one. I hope you got this. Like what is semi-join, what is anti-join, and how we can utilize the multi-way semi-join. Okay, we understood the complete syntax, and we also went through different scenarios as well, right? So yeah, that is all about this video. I hope you got this, and yeah, let's meet very soon in our next one. Thank you.